Hello, my name is Kenny Fellows, and my presentation is about goal line technology in the world of soccer. Soccer is traditionally not a very popular sport in America. We have baseball, basketball, football, all that. Soccer is growing though, and as it has been growing, there has been many demands for technology advances in the sport because up until this point it has really been able to kind of deflect away any type of video replay or any 21st century type of technology into the game. It's stayed very traditional and stayed with its roots. In 2012 was finally when the International Football Association Board decided to revise the laws of the game in order to allow, but not require, the use of goal line technology at any level of the sport. But because of the technology and it is so advanced, it is extremely expensive and essentially impossible to provide this service to all levels of the sport, and so it is only used across Europe's top four domestic leagues and during the World Cups and Euro Championships, so very big tournaments. For a while, former FIFA president Sepp Blatter decided that goal line technology was useless and not very beneficial. It would stop the game flow. It would deter fans away, deter new players from playing, and just thought it wouldn't be that good for the sport. After 2012, since then, the then FIFA president has since actually gone to jail, so he's no longer there. And they have been able to approve this, and in 2014, they were able to first test out the technology at the FIFA World Cup, and it was an immediate success as one of the first games of that tournament. Actually, it was needed, and it awarded a goal that should have been a goal that otherwise, without the system, would have not been given. So what the objective of goal line technology is to assist the referee, not replace it, in alerting them through a watch and vibrations when the ball has fully crossed the goal line in between the goalposts. There have been many instances before the introduction of this technology that is part of the reason why we have it today. The most recent came in the 2010 World Cup, England, Germany. It was an elimination match, and an English player had hit a shot that had hit off the crossbar, bounced down, had crossed the goal line, and then bounced back out, and the referee said no goal, even though it clearly had crossed the line, and England ultimately went on to lose and were knocked out of the tournament. And so a lot of fans protested, said there needs to be some type of change that shouldn't have happened. So change finally did happen. There are two types of systems that are licensed by FIFA and approved to be used around the country, or around the world rather. The first type is a camera-based system, which uses 6, sometimes 7 cameras placed as high as the stadium will allow on the roof over each goal. And what it does is it records the goal, obviously as footage, and it takes footage from all angles, combines that, filters through, and is able to come up with a 95% accurate 3D image of where the ball exactly is. And I actually think it's more accurate than 95%. But that's the purpose of it. And when the ball does cross the goal line, there is electric charges from the software being sent to the referee's Apple Watch that they use, and it vibrates. And when it vibrates, a goal has been scored. This is the system that's used around Europe. There are 78 stadiums around Europe that have goal line technology installed, and every single stadium it's a camera-based one. The others are the other system is based off magnetic fields. And how this works is there are large wires placed underground underneath the goal, and smaller wires on the surface placed around the goal. And actually, the ball that is used has sensors in it that, when they cross the goal line, interact with the wires, creating a reaction that also is sent to the referee's watch that they would be wearing, alerting them when a goal has been scored. Again, as I said before, both of these methods are actually licensed and approved by FIFA. No stadium has adopted the magnetic field system just yet. The problem is that is the more expensive of the two. It's also much harder to actually get it to work, and there was issues with the actual ball because it needs to be a specific ball with sensors in it. It can't just be any regular old soccer ball. For many, soccer has been the latest of sports to add any type of goal line technology or any type of video uh, technology into the game. Hawkeye Innovations is what most stadiums use for the goal line technology, and Hawkeye Innovations, what it was created in Great Britain, and it has been around since 2001 when it was first implemented in cricket, and is actually covered in many sports across all of Europe and America, such as cricket, tennis, rugby, Gaelic football, and obviously soccer. Um, Everyone has seen a tennis match, I'm assuming, before. It's that system that shows you exactly if the ball is in the line or not is the same exact type of system that is used in soccer. Obviously, a little bit different, but it is the same principle. Another reason why this technology was held off for so long in the sport is because of Hawkeye Innovations. They wanted to, when in 2012, when the IFAB soccer board decided to officially allow the goal line technology, Hawkeye Innovations wanted to not just use systems that they've already had for other sports, but because soccer is a very traditional, very older sport, and they wanted to keep that element with all the same type of rules without really changing too much of the game. And so Hawkeye took a couple years. They developed this goal line technology that they're using now, and it has worked, knock on wood, almost every time. Of course, there are many negatives. Well, not many, but there are some negatives to this technology. The latest falter coming actually on October 1st in a match in France where someone had taken a free kick. Everyone had thought the ball crossed the line before the goalie punched it clear, but upon video replay around the stadium, any fan, anyone could see that the ball clearly did not cross the line. But despite this, the referee's watch actually did vibrate, saying the ball did cross the line, but with the help of his assistant referees and video replay across the stadium, without having to actually stop the match, the referee was able to say, play on, the ball did not cross the line, there should be no goal. And many people had an issue with this because of the fact that the system had awarded the goal. But personally, I feel this justifies the rule changes that the International Football Association Board made. They wanted to allow the goal line technology without having to require it, and so soccer is a game that has laws written that the ref's decision is final no matter what. They made the rules so that they can allow this technology while also keeping the fact that the referee's decision is final. You can't change it. And so in this game, when the referee had decided to not give the goal and went off his better judgment, obviously it was the correct call. And I think that's a redeeming fact about this technology. I think as the years go on, technology advances, we become smarter, more informed, we will be able to come up with possibly not as big, less expensive technologies, and perhaps can be able to supply this technology to a lot of lower levels. Obviously, the expense is an issue, but FIFA actually comes out with a 15-year plan every 15 years, and in their latest 15 plan, they actually had projected that within that time slot, they will be able to develop a Hawkeye-like system, camera-based system, that is much, much cheaper and easier to use for lower leagues around Europe and in America. People still are against this technology. I, for one, am for it. I think, as a soccer fan, I've seen the game grow over the last just 4 years since the technology was introduced. The scoring has gone up, which was one of people's many problems with the sport. It wasn't high scoring. It's very boring. With this goal line technology, more goals are being awarded. Obviously, it's not going to make a huge difference as the amount of goals that are being awarded, but I think it keeps the element of old-fashioned. It's an old-fashioned sport that whatever the ref says goes, and despite the introduction of new technology, it really doesn't interfere with the game too much, and people aren't worried about it. I think this is very beneficial. It has helped soccer from kind of maybe dying out, has helped it grow popularity, grow players, has exposed the game, and I think this is very beneficial, and I'm excited to see where goal line technology will take us in the future, and hopefully we'll be able to provide it to younger kids, and so the game can continue to develop at a younger age, and hopefully we can compete one day as a country thanks to this goal line technology. The software really is incredible and very impressive, and hopefully one day we can be able to afford a cheaper version. Thank you.